My boss tried to make my boyfriend her personal assistant, so I assisted her into a personal disaster. My boss Karen was the kind of woman who strutted through the office in her designer heels, openly evaluating male employees like prizes. She rated Brian a 5, saying he needed to hit the gym if he wanted attention. She called Marcus a 7 and told him to dress better if he wants to play in the big leagues. Derek was a 9, and she told everyone how she'd make him her personal assistant. But then she turned her eyes towards my boyfriend Michael and shamelessly pursued him. The harassment started small when Michael began picking me up from work. Karen would watch from her office window as he waited in the parking lot, then comment the next day about his shoulders, his jawline, how surprising it was that a man like that would date a marketing coordinator making 55 grand. When Michael came to the company holiday party, Karen spent the entire time circling us, complimenting his suit, brushing against him when she passed, asking if he'd ever considered exploring opportunities in upper management. But the real escalation came when she started targeting Michael directly. She'd schedule last-minute meetings right when he arrived to pick me up, keeping me trapped in conference rooms while she chatted him up outside. She somehow got his LinkedIn and started messaging about networking opportunities that were really just excuses to comment on his profile photo. When he ignored her, she switched to Facebook, liking every post going back years. Then she started sending him suggestive messages. Things like, your girlfriend doesn't appreciate what she has. I could show you real career advancement. She even showed up at his gym one morning and introduced herself as Michael's mentor. The breaking point came when she left a gift basket at our apartment with a note asking Michael to join her for a private weekend conference at her beach house. We had decided to file an HR complaint when her package arrived. Inside, along with expensive cologne and concert tickets, was a note saying, join me this weekend and I'll ensure your girlfriend gets that promotion she's been wanting, refuse, and her next performance review might be disappointing. That was it. If this woman wanted to play power games so badly, then I'd show her what real consequences looked like. I knew going to HR would be pointless. Karen had lunch with the board members, had been with the company 15 years, and had a reputation for burying complaints. But she had one vulnerability, and that was her marriage to Robert, a prominent surgeon whose family connections had launched Karen's career. He held all the social status, funded their lifestyle, and everything Karen used to feel important. So I crafted a plan that would hit her where it hurt. I hired an actor friend from my book club, Jason, who did improv and occasional modeling gigs for extra cash. The plan was elegant. He'd show up at Karen's house during her Wednesday yoga class, when only Robert would be home, dressed like a personal trainer and claiming Karen had hired him for private sessions, but forgotten to mention she'd be out. He'd have fake text messages, a bogus scheduling app showing appointments with Karen, and just enough details about her to seem legitimate. So on Wednesday at 3 p.m., Jason rang Karen's doorbell in fitted athletic wear and carrying a gym bag. Robert answered with a puzzled expression, so Jason launched into his act immediately. Hi, I'm Chase. Karen hired me for her private training session and said to come by at 3. Robert's face shifted from puzzlement to suspicion instantly, and he asked, private training? She has a trainer at the gym. Jason pulled out his phone, showing fake text screenshots. Karen personal cell had been texting him things like, can't wait for our session Wednesday, and same arrangement as last week. Robert's expression darkened, so Jason acted confused and concerned. Oh no, did she not mention it? She said you knew about our specialized sessions. I'm so embarrassed. As Robert stood there processing, Jason added the final touch. She usually schedules me during your surgery days, and mentioned you never check the joint credit card statements. Robert finally told him to leave, and Jason texted me mission accomplished before jogging away. An hour later, my phone lit up with messages from coworkers saying something major was happening. Karen had rushed out of her yoga studio after getting a furious call from Robert, looking like she'd seen a ghost. On Thursday morning, Karen wasn't in her executive suite, and her assistant told everyone she was handling a family emergency. Well, that emergency would stretch on for a month, and Karen would return noticeably thinner with no wedding ring. She worked late every night because Robert had locked her out and drained their joint accounts. The divorce papers were served at work the following week. Robert wanted and got the house, both cars, and spousal support worth $150,000 annually. To him, it didn't matter that Karen's phone had no evidence. He was finished with her regardless. Karen never discovered who sent Chase to her house. Her perfect appearance crumbled, and she spiraled into anxiety, after which the company quietly transferred her to a regional office position.